She's been largely reworked, gotten the sunburn mode, but that's not yet implemented in the tournament build and is currently in the beta.
Okay.
Oh, but look at Ultron taking half of his life as an assist before he even gets to have 5 seconds in the Marvel match.
You can see that Escalante, like, oh yeah, wants to bring in a character who can get through this Gambit wall.
Prefer to have, if you have a gun, it's one of the few things that'll reach farther than that staff.
Nice escape. Block on the shockwave. Ooh. Barely able to block after the dash.
Bad, just being patient, but he doesn't have that much more life to be patient with. Sakura, on the other hand, not engaging in patience, immediately running forward, trying to get in on Hunk, running away, using the jump horizontal guns, the mix with the
Thank you, Senior Hamon. Party of 3.
And Tron as an assist is in a pretty interesting place. He's kind of like Sentinel drones, where if you clip him, then his assist just goes away and stops being a functional thing. If you let it get out, it could have a really big impact on how things go. And the last pixel of Sakura is taken by that Rashid assist, and Escalante very happy to just jump back and shoot the best of his ability. Doesn't want to directly engage with Nick Bad unless it is absolutely necessary.
Wow, Rashid plus that assist. That is insane.
It's a pretty great character, and having such a strong horizontal tool to work with can be very solid. See if Escalante ends up investing X Factor, Meter. I would invest everything. It's the last character. You have the resources. Ends up going into
saving
level
bar this entire time too.
And should be able to do X Factor finish, but that's not the way to do it. Oh, but Nick
did
Bad
X Factor back.
Their reversal, I'm not sure if he went for level 3 or if, just trying to X Factor. Unfortunately got clipped before he was able to do what he was going for. This time, however, is able to get started with Gambit, gets the hit and knockdown in the corner, but Escalante immediately gets out of the corner, gets the good screen positioning, and is able to even up the health bars.
Nice pick.
Two stray blows, getting like a third of a life bar on a hit, but nothing that's a full combo. It's amazing how in Marvel, a third of a life bar is a glancing blow. Sakura here, when in her current incarnation, she's just invulnerable up to the top of that and a few moves while she's up there. And then she recovers in the air, so it's very hard to deal with her Tatsu reversal if she tries to use it out, but it is not looking good for Nick Bad right now.
Didn't know better. I'd say that Escalante is playing Rashid like Morgan.
And to take opportunities to do low-risk ways of claiming screen's place and making sure that, oh, this is exactly how it could end though. Captain Commando getting the super fire, kills off Rashid, kills off Hunk, Ultron's going to come in. And
this is bad. Ultron is a slow flyer, so they're easily chipped. Wow, not an X Factor though, okay.
And gets caught. Ultron's pretty fast, it just needs the correct links on him to move it on. But that was very scary for a moment. Nick Bad looked like he was trying to make that comeback with Captain Commando, but Escalante, after losing 2, was able to tight with Ultron.
He wins the first Gambit. No pun intended.
When has some meter, is going to be able to get that confirmed. Didn't have enough to kill, but that really nice jumping back S was a great hit and is bleeding here. Tries to do something when Ultron had the opportunity to come in. This is the best he's looked for Nick Bad. It's pretty scary because now that Ultron has a hit, we'll try to do a more complicated combo and it did not work out. Gambit immediately rushes back in with a button, is going to be able to take advantage. Has so much red life here. Losing Ultron would be catastrophic for Escalante.
Get a little more, doesn't need it.
Oh, and
wow,
the unblockable fully charged focus attack. Escalante not ready for the fully charged focus to come in. It is going to take a second, reevaluate, and then goes right back in with that Rashid. Gets into the dive kicks, but it looks like Gambit eager to do some dives of his own.
This is the most Marvel 2 finish I've ever seen.
Oh, the happy birthday here is going to be so vital. That's the hit on both, is going to be able to kill with DHC, and Captain Commando is gone, and that's a character that has been doing so much work for Nick Bad. Let's see if with the Gambit Sakura, he's going to be able to make this comeback. Ooh, this is scary. Ultron has these great buttons from the air, but an opportunity for Nick Bad, using some of the fact that, along with having long-range pokes, Gambit has some very fast pokes on the ground as well. It can be incredibly useful.
Nice cross up.
Sakura gets the links, but does not get the one after that additional Hadouken. Ooh, Rashid manages to get over, and because of that, Gambit dies. Even though Sunburnt Sakura has not been added yet, Dark Sakura may be a thing if X Factor 3 gets this done, but it is looking impossible if Escalante just invests his resources and kills off this character. That Escalante taking the first set of the night 3-1 over Nick Bad. And we have so many amazing players in bracket this evening. Even though Nick Bad is no longer in the winner side of the bracket and has been sent to learners, still in this tournament, Escalante moving on to fight Heathnoff in the next round. We have Best Xbox One coming up against Tilt, Mimikyu and Jfried, Renard, odds in making it so the community has opportunities to learn things. It is great. Thanks to both of you for all your wonderful work. And looks like Renard was being a bit aggressive with the start of round there. Just stars Jill to get going, and oh, got a crumple but did not get the confirm off of it. It seems like Renard keeps getting hits, and this is very likely going to be the end of Charlie here. That's enough meter to maybe do it for a single meter. Oh,
ooh,
drops the combo, however.
I think they went too fast and didn't get the gun cancel.
The crouching heavy didn't out and got the quarter circle forward S without anything into it. Oh, and the animal stole it from him. What
The
can be
dive
done?
drop, there's the pick. One super is all it takes. Thing does a lot of damage.
It is a ton of damage, and now X needs to deal with it. A full team here, doesn't have any assists available. And X is an incredibly strong character. Fighting from a disadvantage, he just needs to play incredibly stable for the entire time, because he doesn't have like an invincible level 3 reversal or anything like a lot of characters do, and kind of just needs to tolerate fighting some characters. But Segundo doing a really good job of keeping some space, getting some busters out there, but Renard jumping in with the guns, trying to get things started. That super is very bad, unfortunately. Renard with
like,
the Pixel Stars Jill, is she gonna stay in, going to DHC out?
Very strong
for the
DHC.
and now has access to the grenades coming down. X is able to block in time. Oh, but the shockwave catches not enough damage to actually threaten her very much. Segundo's done a great job of not dying. I say that until he takes a good chunk of his life from that last exchange. See how he's able to hold out.
Are they gonna sit on this X? Yeah.
That's that X and X.
Gone.
This X squared has the potential to do work.
Oh,
Goes for those dives. Think out Busters. Busters incredibly powerful. All 3 power levels of them are very impactful. Same with his light and his... But it looks like Gene is going to clear out this robot here. And with that, Renard goes up 1-0, not losing a single character in the first match.
I think Renard's really found something powerful with this team, that Gene assist plus Jill just makes this wall of pressure.
It's very strong for controlling space. It looks like having some X-Buster assist paired with having some Sonic Booms. Let's see how it works out. Though her jumping gun eats Sonic Boom on its own. That is a rough matchup thing for Charlie to deal with. Especially because she could fire so many more than one shot when she...
I've played a bit of Charlie. Pretty strong character potentially, but it's very like flowchart and high consistency to really play them optimally. Everything is kind of committal.
Has the hit on Charlie. This is going to be wanted to do it meter. This sometimes you just use the meter. You don't want
the grenade.
To do it.
Here's the bird. Here's the wall. Wow.
Nice job to
Good.
Segundo, blocking,
Yeah.
not taking too much chip, getting to get out of that situation, but not respecting the Spider Sting assist. It's invulnerable and will hit you. But still, however, not making
air
it through
hyper.
that super.
It's a pretty decent defensive tool in the sense that if someone's jumping at you, you can just throw it out and it has a large hit sphere around itself.
Look at this movement with Strider 2099, pairing up with the X Buster assist in order to try and get some mix-ups while controlling space. Renard went in a little bit hard, and Segundo getting the potential punish. Ends up getting super, and it looks like that super has very little recovery in the air, was able to swing immediately afterwards, and here
Comes Cyber Legion. Nice dodge.
flies over the top of it, and pressuring in the corner. It's the hit with Spider-Gwen, but does not confirm it, and now, though doesn't have meter, but does have two characters, will he be able to take on the Spider-Gwen?
Definitely
That
having
is
Gwen move
looking
the
kind of
tangles.
scary. The combo is dropped, Segundo gets to X, and now there's the scary situation we need to deal with X plus Vajra assist, and Shogundo's almost up to 1 meter to try and be able to punish things with Shockwave, etc. So needs to be aware of that. Renard getting some hits, but making sure not to overinvest, and Segundo swinging at a range where he couldn't quite get the hit, and Renard makes sure to punish thoroughly. X is going down, and now it's all up to Strider 2099. Renard, X Factors first, both of them in X, but this is a scary situation for either of them. They are fast characters that have the potential to just in, but Renard doesn't get the confirm. He took the second hit, but now Renard goes up to 2.
Oh, that was a bit of a nail biter. 12 seconds on the clock. Players really starting to get into their element.
There's Jill being so menacing and aggressive at the beginning of things again. It's just been such a threat in keeping this Charlie from really getting to do what he wants to do. Ooh, going for some stuff with the Buster support and getting to potentially get started with Charlie. Oh, that snapback did not look intentional, but it looks like things worked out after the fact for Renard. Just get another throw. This is not going to do that much damage because it's a throw starter, but still has meter to just super, and the super will do enough to take. Strider 2099 coming in. Character on incoming has a double jump, has decent buttons, has other air tools that change his trajectory. Oh, and Jill getting, those who don't know, her ground bounce has a very big hitbox around it, so sometimes when you're above her, you could get clipped by her dive kick, and that is pretty scary. It's like how Dr. Doom, the back of his cape, can catch you.
Ooh, unfortunate drop there on Segundo.
To them are to put things on the screen. It seems like both of them have solid assist for controlling, but no, Jill's guns are so fast, and she is able to just obliterate Strider's use of the orbs there. Strider did not die. The DHC wasn't available. Jean Grey's Shockwave wouldn't have done very much damage there, so just decided to try and win neutral a second time. Now Segundo has already used the X Factor, and these incendiary grenades are just covering space for so long. This is looking like X Factor is invested, but doesn't get the kill off of it. Spider Sting in follow-up, but now X has no more X and about to die. With that, Renard coming up with... Oh, he drops the super, but decisive game 3 anyways. Making it 3-0 over Segundo.
Not only that, playing a character we haven't seen much.
Stars Jill is one of the excellent characters. And yes, EMC's characters, the EX DLC, are, I believe that Voltaic has, and then having Psyblade as an effective defensive tool, people off of him if they ever get in. Very nice stuff with Dobblicious. So it looks like both of them are willing to back up full screen, and Double R is going to invest in shooting, but Dobblicious immediately gets that hit and carries him back to the corner that they started in. Amazing corner carry for the character, and Double R gets the confirm there.
Nice pickup.
Both of these characters do great work at corner carry, but they were able to corner in both directions. Double R is the first one to get a confirm and do a kill. Gambit goes down, and now Venom sets up the trap on incoming, but gets caught. Obviously showing that even though Psylocke has been nerfed really hard, she's still a threatening character. Not if she drops her combos. It looks like Venom is going to get more chances to live, and since we've seen Heathnoff win so many brackets, all of us know that this is not a character that you want to let survive. Going to be able to go into the side blade, into the side thrust follow-up. Looks like cover is not going to hit. And Venom's able to get out, and on top of that, it was able to get so much meter use out of Dabalicious there, while saving all of their characters, but not for long. Evil Ryu gets immediately hit as soon as I say that, and now Venom comes in, loses all that red life, and it looks like it may be all
pickup.
be up to the anchor Orange Hulk in the back. Will the
That
anchor
was
Orange
dirty.
Hulk do? He's in X Factor 3. Oh, Orange Hulk cannot throw when he's cornered. It puts them back into mid-screen when back throws, unfortunately. People are not quite ready for that, but he was ready for that.
Oh no,
The
he
hit
didn't
on
go for the
Evil
ground
Ryu.
bounce there. With
Going
air damage
for
charge, you
the-
can kill off of that.
Jeez, the beam hit, and that took off so much of Orange Hulk's life. X Factor is gone now. Orange Hulk is definitely at risk of chip, but not if they just die. Dabalicious closing it out with Evil Ryu. Normally we see Evil Ryu solo, but Psylocke was able to survive that entire battle. Hanging out in the back.
Indeed.
Both of them seem to very much favor starting the game full screen. Do not want to get randomed out by that guess throw, guess fast button type of situation that you could get rid of the round. Trying to play a more controlled game, and Dabalicious is the one benefiting from it at the moment. Able to get a good start to the zoning with a couple uses of cards, and then immediately and afterwards converted into some damage and going for the up TAC. Dabalicious feeling it because Gambit's down TAC be a little not functional at the moment, and this time making sure to make the adjustment and go for ups instead. Oh no, Orange Hulk got caught as an assist there. This is going to be a lot of damage, but neither character dies, and now Double R gets to get the 6 damage to confirm.
Well, that was a pivotal drop.
Looking scary. The first match had been looking close, but Dabalicious looking like they're getting into their game, getting control of the situation, and I'm not 100% sure what side Double R got hit on there, but that did not look they were ready for it. But very nice X Factor, but the S came out and they were taken out of the match. Dabalicious going up 2 against Double R. Double R is going to need to more than double their score at this point if they want to stay in the winner's side of this bracket. It looks like trying to maybe the jump jabs full screen or like the light charge fireball. Some potential input errors. Playing over Parsec is a thing that takes getting used to. Oh, and the pressure from Psylocke is so threatening. Ryu doesn't have what it takes to survive this time, and it goes up to Venom.
The throw.
Well, it's just not quite getting what they want there.
Nice pick.
Confirm it's going to be enough to kill Venom. Sir Tim, what do you think about Venom trying to survive this? Are they going to need to do it with their X Factor anchor with Orange Hulk? Or is Venom going to be able to make this comeback on their own? Ooh, just went into the Orange Hulk tag!
That's that invulnerable. Yeah. Not sure.
Yeah,
Where
standing
doesn't
heavy
realize
for
there's...
Orange Hulk is not armored, and could have gone into Gamma Crush in order to beat her there. Oh, did not get a Gamma Wave out in time to OT. And this is looking like an extra chance for Orange Hulk to live, but Dabalicious has just so consistently opened up Double R whenever there's been a pressure situation. This has been on point and just like successfully reading what their opponent's going to do. At Double R, they still have Venom, they still have X Factor and 2 meters.
Set the trap. Here we go.
And
Ooh,
swing
on
on
that.
incoming. Dabalicious making sure that things are real and goes for the level 3, and with that, closes it out 3-0 over Double R to send them to the learner's bracket.
Don't mess with the gauge.
So very nice work to both players, but Dabalicious looks like they're playing hot tonight, and sometimes you just run into someone who's already playing good. That will cover the first set of rounds. So to pressure with, but also giving a solid long-range game with the guns assist, and both of them work ideally for Heathnoff's combos as well. Immediate Eagle Strike at the start of the game.
And gets the
this
pick.
is not looking like Escalante is gonna make it. If we know one thing about Heathnoff's Venom, this character does a lot of damage off of every confirm. Not that one, however. Went for a reset instead.
Wait a minute.
Using Hunk Assist, but these ones are coming out. It's Escalante trying to be a bit cautious, but gets caught with Venom's air buttons. Scary there. Goes for level 3 here, just wants to do the damage, is able to confirm and do more afterwards if it's necessary. And because of that, should have a very ideal mix-up on incoming for Rashid. The trap out.
Ooh,
very nice block by Escalante. But able to get the hit on Venom. Is this damage going to be optimized enough to get rid of this character? Because Venom's a chunky character. 1.1 million is higher than the vast majority of the modded Marvel cast. And Venom just like is guy. All of this constant pressure from Escalante has put him down to that last pixel of health and got the mix-up on Cyclops.
Again, fundamentals are his thing.
To get this hit and shoots out Cyclops. I think Cyclops barely survives, ends up using another meter, and the dry tag into Dante does not get punished by the X Factor, and now this is looking very favorable. Well, it had been looking favorable for Heathnoff, but Escalante gets the exact situation they needed, the drop that lets them kill off the MC1 Dante. Hump comes in. Heathnoff still has X Factor 2 and 2 characters. Going to go into the Venom web, gets the catch off of it, so much damage. Oh, with the DHC. Oh, Hunk needs to fight off 2 characters for swinging on. Incoming saw that Escalante saw an opportunity there, but back off the glass is gonna kill. So the death bite that Venom has there. It hits full screen, it hits very high up, so even though it's not a beam like Cyclops' Mega Optic Blast, it was still doing damage way up at the top of normal jump height there where Escalante was hanging out.
Ooh, that's a reset.
Is available. It'd be the end of Venom, and probably just for 2 meters. I thought it would be 1, but looks like another's needed. But Escalante's the type of player who knows to invest the resources where it's needed.
Okay, has mix of drones. Yep, there's the drone.
Ooh.
Oh, can't get the pick up.
Shoutouts to Shattercoin for subscribing at tier 1. Thank you so much for supporting the community. It's appreciated. Oh, and one of the strengths of DMC1 Dante is that he has a safety HC in, and
oh boy, this is going to be a dead Hunk.
Goes into the super. You don't think this quite kills on Hunk? Oh, it does.
No HP.
X Factor 2 is a serious drug. And Cyclops here, you can see that he's building meter even when he's not interacting with Escalante. The install that he activates with his taunt means his buttons build meter on whiff, along with the regular meter they build for hitting. This is going to be the end of Cyclops. Now it is. It's up. For the MC1 Dante, and he only has 1 meter, but he Helm Breakers on incoming. No matter what Devil May Cry character you are, being able to Helm Breaker on incoming, give your spirit.
Like, Escalante is definitely bringing in their fundamentals of playing both, like 2 of the most heavy air dash and dive-based characters. You can see them, like, jumping backwards and then readjusting forwards.
That was such a scary poke with Stinger there. Heathnoff has managed to get past all of Escalante's X-Factor time, but is also down to no meter at all at this point. And that confirmed from Escalante with all his meter on deck is probably going to be not quite enough to kill. Oh, it's enough. It will barely be enough to kill because the beam only hits part way. It does not
does no damage.
That is getting on the board, tying it up 1-1.
It was like watching as Rashid. He jumps up, I think it's light dive kicks, and then dashes forward or backwards to set up these gun mixes.
And Venom getting a clean here. combo's not even over, and he's already built an entire bar and 3/4. It's still going on. There's the second bar.
Pick up.
And is able to conserve. Heathnoff often uses the triple hyper there. There's so much damage that comes out of Mega Optic Blast that he was able to get that confirmed without even needing the third bar to make it happen.
Nice. Defensive dropping normal. Ooh, oh, yeah. He dive kicked the wrong direction.
And going for the additional the Cyclone kicks have hard knockdown like you saw there, and that enables you to get more follow-ups. Rashid's going to go down, and after losing that game, Heathnoff coming back with a vengeance as his full team, no meter available to try and deal with this hunk. Escalante gets the throw. Would you invest X level 3?
Yes.
What's here? It's the reset with the throw. I think still needs to either level 3 or X, or Venom is not going to die off of just like a hunk combo here.
Well, the character most consistently likely to kill you in one hit, so X or 3 doesn't matter if you're dead.
Ooh, I would very much have preferred off Venom, because now it feels like there's opportunities for a neutral to just go very badly, and that was it. Got the throw, and then web throw. Venom showing that they could zone quite well as well. And
wait. We're not down yet? No, we're dead.
It's a bit of a droppy match, but both players managing to make recoveries, and Heathnoff showing the swiftness of the recovery he can make. Getting that start of round throw, this is going to be scary. Rashid is invested and still has at least one assist available in order to get another loop. DHC, this should kill. Oh. Goes for a reset instead, and is going to be able to kill meterless this way. When you kill meterless, you have more resources for neutral. Very good stuff for Heathnoff, and gets the mix. With that trap, it's so scary. The overhead low can just be so close to unblockable at times. It is just such a threat. Ultron get knocked into the corner here. Does not have enough health to survive this. May not even need to use that many resources. Uses the THC though. When he does this, there's enough time to set up the trap every time, I believe. And Escalante is done with this.
Yeah.
Very nice work to Heathnoff. Escalante took a game there, but... And it's interesting to see the Shadow Ladies all have different assist choices and other things, but the pressure immediately from Mimikyu pushing best at the Xbox One to the corner. Tatsu has just been such an effective tool for moving ground for best Xbox One. Ken with that easy OTG is able to get so much out of it, and this is going to be a DHC that doesn't lead into a kill, but does leave Cammy bleeding pretty badly. Gets the happy birthday as well. Wesker is going to lose so much life. This isn't going to kill him, but it's going to take him down to below half, and that is terrifying. Gun used by Mimikyu doesn't want to get involved with that puddle, and if Venom gets hit, the puddle does go away, I believe. So, wants to make sure to approach it from an angle that works, but there's not an angle that works against Venom 6H. It will simply win.
And Ken, wow, calls that out.
That's the thing about that poke though. Even if they're wrong, the Vajra makes it safe. And throws out that Hadouken to stuff it. Missiles are coming out here. Just like stalling for a little bit, Mimikyu invests the X Factor in a scary situation, and best Xbox One confirming that Air Tatsu. This is just a threat that has been taking on Mimi in this set. See if Mimikyu is able to make an adjustment. Catches top of the Shoryu with the throw, the no fear going in. Sometimes you just don't have any fear that someone's going to hurt you. And doing that work, the Shadow Lady assist.
Wow, I confirm.
Get off me, but this is a lot of meter available for best Xbox One. Investing all of it because it doesn't want to deal with Cammy 5. I can understand.
Nice pick. I have to build at least 2 bars to kill. Okay, let's pick a reset.
Gosh.
Yeah, but notice both players have swapped to pillars.
and that kick is going to pair with the beam to catch Strider for so much. Strider dies, Venom loses a good half of his life as well. Great investment of X Factor by Mimikyu. Oh, in an incredibly advantaged position, but best Xbox One has X Factor 3 Cannon 2 meters available. Thanks for the Shoryu in order to be able to catch the Stars Wesker behind him while simultaneously hitting Shadow Lady. That was some brilliant stuff. Oh, but this is the end of Shadow Lady for sure. X Factor 3's 10 damage is enough that you don't need to do a real combo. Go into OTG, it will work.
Did you just Wesker the Wesker?
The knee bash was a very threatening thing. Couple unlike Weskers, but is still very scary, and Ken can actually hit a button before they get to the ground knee bash. So very, very scary. Yes, Ken very much gets a full combo off of Airatatsu. To kill off of Airatatsu normally, Mimikyu. But it looks like you're trying to kill him before he gets a chance to do any Airatatsu this time around. It's the crawler, or the Kami assault, or Killer Bee assault, brings in Stars Wesker.
Aoki, yep.
Shooting
To go for
Ken
a
with a
chip
gun.
setup.
Maybe a martial artist, but is he prepared for guns and knives? Them on the
I
other
mean,
hand.
he does live in
seems
Metro
pretty
City. Oh, didn't get the OTG pickup. It's
The
gonna be it
THC
for Shadow
going
Lady.
to
Or not.
does not kill Shadow Lady, but leaves her with just a fraction of life left. It looks like Mimikyu needs to be cautious about summoning her moving forward. Get the tag back into Kami,
Nice
and
challenge.
I like this because it lets Stars Wesker be the primary assist, but not if she gets caught immediately in footsies. It's Xbox One has her in the corner, investing 1 meter. Is going to get the knockdown. Is there another super? Goes for it and manages to take Kami out.
Yes. Set up the trap at full screen. Yeah, I'm trying to set up this like chip and inability to travel.
Taking advantage of the fact that Wesker's tools to deal with that, he needs to relinquish the ground, which puts him at risk, or otherwise has startup like his knives and the gun, and Venom is just able to take so much advantage of that in his current construction. Goes for the DHC into beam, and Shadow Lady manages to get away with it safely. And Stars Wesker was called in the back and got shot while he was trying to protect her. All up to Shadow Lady and Anchor.
Oh, that's an
and
execution. Unfortunate execution error.
Not investing X Factor yet. I do not know if the combo is optimal. Oh, has an extension to make this work, but I think even with that isn't quite gonna get it. And the clutch throw, but no confirm off of it. This Xbox One just letting that X Factor time wear down. It's a hit. Shadow Lady now has corner. She's a much scarier character when she has you in a place where you can't run away. That cross up
normals.
button from I'm gonna hop off in order to play my match against Renard. Good luck and have fun, Renard.
Yeah, an incredible showing by Best Xbox. They've been really playing this team to the point where it's their legacy style. A lot of players, like, it's not completely unreasonable with a game like this to keep changing characters. Renard. So we saw them earlier on stream. Very strong keep away. Oh, he's going to run Spider-Gwen's first. And this is going to be the situation. Big normals and air gamma charges like this. Okay, it means any pickup. Oh, can't keep the combo. Wow. Crosses behind them. It's the pickup on Shadow Lady. This is big. This assist is very much the bread and butter for a lot of SSR's shells. Ooh, gets the pickup with Jean. Didn't get too much damage, but gets mid-screen, gets meter, gets everything it needs in terms of setup. Nice check. Once again, Orange Hulk has very good movement, air gamma charges, but does not have armor on almost anything anymore. So it's very much utilizing the new wave dash movement, air movement, and just anytime you get a hit, picking up to optimize full combo damage. They also have a new slam assist that's really good. Nice pick. Ooh, goes behind. There's the confirm. Yep, there's the ground bounce. It's another. Can go to the wall. Yep. It's a slam, and then here comes again. This character's damage output is insanity.
Here's the big one.
Thank you, Shattercoin, for gifting you tabs. Gets to confirm Isisara's really been working on these routes. And now they've really gotten them down. So no damage, great amount of meter build. Keep it going. Big level 3. And no short order, dissecting this team. So this is a tough matchup. Renard's not used to this. Okay, gets the pick. Oh, not able to keep it going. Here comes the wall bounce. That's the ground. No pickup to go through back for the ground bounce, so we get it, but enough for the beam. Perfectly executed midstream. This is Sarah trying to go for a very Magneto-esque mix-up to pressure this Jean Grey. Does not let this character out. They do not want to be caught on the projectile spam. Dispatch brings in Orange Hulk. Ooh, here comes the layers. Gets away from the slide, but again gets the bounce. Not gonna be able to kill in one hit, I don't think. Orange Hulk has pretty good HP. Nope, gets one more. Ooh, just barely not killing, I don't think. Yep. Thank you, Shattercoin. Okay, X Factor about to run out. Captain Marvel able to hide at these high altitudes for as long as he needs. Doesn't really care about losing binary in this case, just trying to fight it out. Ooh, gets the slide up the missile confirm. Ooh, keeps it solid. Uses X Factor for consistency. And here we go. Only one bar, and that's the kill. 2 of Isisara. It's going to be Renard swapping back to their old team comp. Oh, gonna stick with it. And we're talking about Stars Jill is a character with good offense, really good defense in terms of just small body and fast movement. And some very interesting genes in common with Winter Soldier from Infinite in terms of how they can stop and put away and bring back out their guns in the stance. Case is whether or not they can actually use the tool set under this much pressure from Isisara's very forward-moving aggression style team this time around. To confirm, can kill probably 3 bars required, but Isisara builds meter really efficiently. Ooh, goes for a reset or drops. Unclear. Ooh, almost gets to off the missiles. Again, Stars Jill getting a little bit more time to play. Ooh, Chip is becoming real. Catches that tag, unable to do too much damage. Wow, nice pick. Oh, can't get the combo going. That's the end of Stars Jill. Sarah playing at full speed, trying to control all things at once. Uses the missiles, gets the pick. Here it comes. Probably 1 bar only. Yeah, just enough. What's the mix? It sets up binary, sets the missiles perfectly timed. Renard X Factoring to both avoid the chip and get themselves another look at what the mix was going to be. Now has to aggressively push in. Jean has fantastic normals when in X. Very fast, great teleports, ability to leave these projectiles so they can really quickly set. Wow. Uses the missile to check. Completely, I'm going to keep it simple, double beam. Isisara's going to go up 3. In an absolutely blitz-style performance.
Busting out that Shin Akuma on point. Captain Marvel coming in too, along with Rashid in the back. Dovelish is staying with the same team we saw them playing earlier. Let's see if they get the opportunity to get started, or if Shin Akuma is just going to make their day too terrifying to get going. Oh, extra chances to live for Dobby, but not many.
If I were to nickname Xeno's current team, it's Walking is for Chumps.
Walking is for Chumps. They'll move around with some bit more dynamic things. Oh, and
Jumps, dive kicks, slides, air rush.
That was close. Xeno going in with this Captain Marvel. some of those blitz blows and getting the hits. This character just like is so amazingly advantaged in so many situations. I have found her to be quite powerful, and
thought they weren't good
looks like
initially.
the side thrust trying to get back in there, but very
Nice
good
check.
hit by Xeno. He's going to go for an air dash variant there. I find more stability with the S and air dash down forward, but very good beam from Xeno. Gets the hit on both Psylocke and Gambit, and then immediately gets multiple resets with Rashid.
Dobby's just not knowing where to hit. He keeps getting checked because he doesn't see the openings.
Oh, but gets the hit himself. Invest the resources with Evil Ryu. Can probably just kill here for invest 1 bar, and now it is all up to the Captain Marvel. Survives the incoming mix-up. It gets caught by the dive kick. Very nice check by Dobblicious going with that dive kick. Able to make sure that Captain Marvel's approach was interrupted. Very good stuff. But that was a game that Shinakuma died, and not all games are games where Shinakuma dies. Some of them start looking like this, where Gambit is at the other side of the screen. Gets a ton of damage off of just 2 sets of cards, but Shinakuma already going to be back at full life, and Gambit going to be back to 0 life. Returned to his maker. There is no more Gambit. Perhaps you're going to need to take this one back in, because Psylocke looks like she's also being returned to her maker right now, and Shinakuma, terrifying, doesn't have 3 bars, which is incredibly important for Dobby, because Shinakuma can unblockable on incoming when he has 3 bars, but Xeno might as well just be unblockable with the raw aggression that he is throwing out in this match.
Akuma fighting like he has a shift at the mini-mart.
The Akamart is doing business today, but it looks like Gambit's in debt, and Psylocke's in debt, and Evil Ryu's in debt. None of them can manage to shop and get anything nice. All of them
The lottery tickets look appealing, but they won't help.
Yeah, you can't gamble against this man. He will win all the gambles because he has assured you that he is safe afterwards, so it's not even a gamble for him. He makes you think he's gambling.
Don't buy any scratchers for the Mega Hado.
Getting that Mega Hado right now, but really good stuff by Dobblicious. Invest the resources to kill this character. Gets to the ground in time to make sure that the butterflies hit. Now, this is looking like a good way to get a hit on Captain Marvel. Is there any confirm? Doesn't have one, and now the blitz blows are going to seal it. All up to Evil Ryu to take on this team.
Install. Ooh, nice defensive jump.
Next by both of them. Neither of them want something random to happen there. Want to be ready for the situation. And this is looking like the end of Evil Ryu. Doesn't even need a DHC. X Factor 2 has it.
We're on the board for Xeno.
Ooh, getting that flight mode. Xeno's been making better use of the flight mode every week, I feel. Because along with being a movement tool, it also has a hitbox and negates projectiles. It's just an incredibly powerful tool. Shinakuma here has managed to have some bad things happen a couple of times, but not have them lead into death until now. This is looking like it should be the end of him. It's just enough meter to make it happen, and Dobblicious off Shinakuma.
This is the start of the momentum. Now you just gotta catch this very fast character.
And Earl here, TAC break from Xeno. We don't see as many TACs in palette swap, I feel, as we do in base game. It's amazing that Xeno was prepared for that, even with how rare we see the TACs flip out.
Cross up. Ooh, gets almost a successful reset there.
And even when she only gets 4 hits there, that was still like a quarter of Evil Ryu's life. Just getting that little beginning of the combo, it does so much, and this is going to be... He gets to take out Gambit here with the DHC into Rashid. Oh no, you need to wait until the super finishes for them to pop up a bit if you want to try to combo with something like an install there. Pressure meant that even though Evil Ryu was an assist, he took a beating. His life is going down and is going to lose so much on incoming. He is able to get the mix. What side do you think that was on, Tim?
That was definitely cross up. I hope.
The definite cross-up, I hope. Let's see. It looks like Dobblicious, even though they got crossed up, are able to invest their X Factor and kill off Rashid. Have the incoming mix-up available here on Captain Marvel. Xeno just flies out, being very patient, not trying to blink dash around or anything. Oh, and is at a pixel, but a pixel Captain Marvel can definitely kill off a team.
Oh, doesn't punish that.
Ooh, looking scary now because X Factor's running out, and if either of the characters on Dobby's team is a meter, the ability to just like potentially chip and end this is very scary. But Xeno does it, has the pixel. Will Psylocke survive the incoming? She gets the opportunity to use her Psy Blade, has a pixel, and the Psy Flash is enough. Dobblicious tying it up against Xeno. Xeno has won these brackets before, so Dobblicious staying on fire tonight to make it even with this amazing player.
Oh, is Xeno gonna swap teams? Or just the water tech?
Being properly hydrated is good tech, by the way. Anyone in chat highly recommended to use the going back to the roots.
The sole bad woman on this roster.
So for those who don't know, Xeno's Red She-Hulk punches me hard. So most people would not consider Red She-Hulk primarily an anchor, but Xeno has made her known as an anchor throughout the community. The incredible threat that he has with the pressure he has with her. He hopes to not need to play her at all. If Shinakuma gets the momentum this time against Gambit, be able to kill off for no meter at all? Brilliant work.
Very efficient.
Psylocke gets the hit but doesn't get the confirm. And this is so scary to have Xeno just going in with those dive Tatsus. They have a good hitbox. They
Kuma about to recreate that pin animation when you get a strike.
Oh, and that is the end of the game. That level 3 is unblockable, just so folks know. And that was the end of Dobblicious even before the game had ended. If you're going up against someone who's already experienced with the character, you want to just be able to do something that you know and not have the intricacies of the match become a problem. It can definitely be to go with something that you have more familiarity with. Let's see if that's the correct strategy, or if Nick Bad is going to end up needing to deal with this Gambit anyways. Gets crossed up by that Cajun escape. Was taking the damage in the corner. Side TAC coming out into the up.
Full team. This is looking like rival schools.
Yes, the rival school's power. He's alive, and that is very fortunate for Nick Bad, because this character will work if he gets a hit, especially if he gets a happy birthday. It goes into the super, which will OT, and follows up with Sakura. Should be able to kill Gambit and Evil Ryu. Goes for the Tiger Knee shot, but doesn't quite have the timing. Going to be able to block in time with Sakura. This is looking very scary for Dobblicious. Evil Ryu is bleeding with just a pixel, but Psylocke gets the hit. And Dobblicious has adjusted. It used to be that Psy-Flash you were able to just solo OTG and combo, but when she lost that, Dobblicious wasn't one of the people who was saddened by the nerfs. They were able to adapt and bring in all this new tech, make sure to use the assists as their opportunity to get through, and get that happy birthday, get the hit on Fatsu. I think with the super alone, this is going to kill. Puppy's running this back.
Here comes Sakura, fully loaded. Definitely Nick Bad's signature character.
That hit, but the super doesn't quite reach. Psylocke is going to revive and get an opportunity for the hit. Everyone is bleeding everywhere. The only one who is healthy is Captain Commando, and now he's going to have to come in and try to fight these two characters. Doesn't have a meter on deck. Nick Bad is really good at using Captain Fire into the Captain Fire super, but two Captain Corridors will do it there. Manages to get Evil Ryu out of the way. It's all up to Anchor Psylocke, but she is going to get the opportunity. Nick Bad closing out game 1 with Captain Commando.
Showing that he's got spurs that jingle, jangle, beat your face.
That side blade assist is strong. In Marvel 2, it was invulnerable for a very, very long time. It's invulnerable for less time, but still enough that it will win neutral very consistently. It's vulnerable till its first active frame, so it will always trade if you have a hitbox in it and a hurtbox in it. So,
Couldn't get
very
his
powerful.
Baroque dive kicks there.
Sure to block in time with that Baroque. Batsu not getting the opportunity to live this time, and Dabalicious gets the kill with Gambit. Sakura losing a third of her life, but definitely has plenty to work with. See, Tatsu and was able to avoid the side blade.
He's a little high.
Not quite gonna reach. Oh, Dabalicious using this remaining pixel of Gambit to take exactly what is needed. Kills off Sakura swiftly for only 2 meters. This does leave Psylocke in when she has a decent amount of red light, but uses the opportunity to tag into Ryu. Nickbad was able to do a lot of work with just like the stability of Commando last time.
Back here.
CX. Captain Fire is so scary. Hits far enough behind him that the Cajun escape did not work there. Dabalicious is trying to avoid Nickbad here, staying in the air, and finally manages to get down on the opposite side. Immediately after the knockdown goes into X Factor. Be able to get the kill here, has the DHC available just in case. With that, Dabalicious getting on the board, tying it up 1-1. There are such big players doing great work in this event. It's fortunate that we see such a character diversity. Like looking at these, there's no mirrors in the entirety of the teams. Both of them have been showing that they could put in work. It's a testament to how amazing the modern Marvel community is with all of the different cool characters that have been made. This is going to be the end of Batsu, however. Dabalicious getting into that momentum with Gambit, but Sakura had put in a decent amount of work last time. Do you think that she has the tools to stop Gambit from swinging his staff around?
If you can get these very low to the ground Tatsus, you can get really right over those fireball patterns. And she tends to win when she trades up the staff, so...
Soul Gambit is still alive, ends up getting into a...
It's good enough, doesn't quite manage to
let
make...
the beams come out. I think that Gambit needed to wait just a fraction of a moment longer in order to make that work. But because of that, Dabalicious loses so much of Gambit, so much of Psylocke, and is going to be in a terrible situation now against Nickbad.
Ooh, nice dodge on the focus attack. Oh, trims the air and manages to make etouffee out of Gambit for nothing.
Some good Creole cooking. Apparently Sakura has learned the chef techniques. Looks like Dabalicious is doing some cooking here too. Has the hit, has access to some meter, knockdown in the corner. Is going to not invest any of those resources. If you have a hit on their second to last character, please invest the resources. Lamar. Beam is able to catch her a little bit, but it is not able to close this out. And Nickbad can be so threatening with both of these characters, and this shows exactly why they're much fear here. Into the corridor, but didn't want to invest X Factor. A second corridor wouldn't kill, and there would be... Oh, Captain Fire has been hitting behind and below and all kinds of different places today. Very nice work to Nickbad in poking so effectively with it, and to Dabalicious for trying to navigate the course, but not quite able to get around it without getting hit. Nickbad taking another game, going up 2-1.
And Dobby's playing a very strong, like, positional style, but like getting caught a lot, just swinging between Tatsus and dive kicks from Nickbad. Ooh,
and
catches out a little on their
the
own.
fact that Dobby has consistently taken out Batsu, the Sakura and the Captain Commando that have just so consistently been giving Dobby problems.
Nice check. Maybe half health for this? Yeah, right about.
Ooh, and Dabalicious ready to confirm off of that side blade, but not after the hard knockdown afterwards. It's all up to Captain Commando, but there's so many resources on deck, and
Ooh, that's just fleeting.
Oh, Dobby, please invest your X Factor now. Don't make this any scarier than it needs to be.
Oh, probably just enough damage and X Factor scaling. It is level 1 though, so.
Alright. Ooh, do the follow-up, but the follow-up is there and ready. Very nice work to Dabalicious. Going exactly what they need in order to take the match. I believe that ties it up 2-2.
I believe it does.
And using those incredibly good dive kicks in order to get in there, Batsu has both a solid dive kick and a good air dash. These two things together just make it so he has such a terrifying threat range with that 45-degree-ish angle.
Was it going to be enough to kill? Very
I don't
close.
think so. It's gonna hurt, but
Nice dive kick.
dive kick looks so scary. Both of them are swinging pretty hard right now. The
Go to the
confirm
ground
that
air
happens
dash.
first.
Ooh, can't do.
The cross under is going to be able to mix this Gambit as the combo punches. It's
Rogue
going to
dive
build enough
kicks.
meter to get the kill here. Does not quite do it. Leaves Gambit with a pixel and is ready for the dry tag. Nick Bad is going to ensure this Psylocke takes a beating for coming in. Psylocke gets out of that combo and
I
immediately
think that was focus attack. They let it rip too quickly.
those side flashes, split for space control, but it's not high enough durability to beat this that Sakura is going to throw out. Oh, is this going to... It hits the OTG and kills her off. You in now, and this is the character that is the healthiest for Dobalicious. Looks like after a very scary start, where Nick Bad had all the momentum,
Is it gonna be a check?
Nick Bad takes back all that momentum. What was I saying? Ryu had a full life bar, and then it was immediately on.
Okay, still has 1 bar to go.
Is able to waste out the entirety of X Factor time, but health is running low on Dobby's side here. Able to get the hit, and bad. Despite having 2 characters, maybe there was a challenge of playing coast to coast because Nick and Venom and Strider 2099. Let's see if Heathnoff respects the Shoryu plus Vajra early on, or how he ends up approaching it. Just backdashes at the beginning, doesn't want to have to deal with any of it, but Tatsu.
Okay, you really want to kill this character. That's not killing this character.
Off immediately using defensive options, gets caught by Best Xbox One yet again. This time, Venom has the potential to die for very little resources. It looks like Best Xbox One is giving Heathnoff's Venom one more chance at life. This is not a character you want to give any chances at life, especially when the DHC is available. Takes off half of Ken's life as an assist and is just starting to get into that zoning game. The assist is already up to 1 meter from mashing crouch light. That beam is going to catch both Dante and Cyclops. This is very scary. And 1 more bit of meter would
Gonna
be
check it.
Heathnoff saving his homie, making sure that Dante is able to survive and gets the punish on Venom trying to do things full screen. Need to be very respectful of Cyclops full screen. Oh, and
Ooh, gets it.
even though Heathnoff has X Factor available, this is still a very scary situation. But Best Xbox One, the confirms here have just not been enough to kill off Heathnoff's Venom, and each time that he's let this character live, things have gotten potentially scarier. Going with some Tatsus, and Tatsu's right into the trap. Trap is so terrifying for this character, and now with the knockdown in the corner, Heathnoff has managed to, even though he's bleeding with his characters, maintain the full team. Because of that, Ken's just gonna die here. There's no surviving for Ken, and now it's all up to 2099 with no X Factor available. This character is stronger than Base Strider without X Factor, but this is still going to be potentially a task to deal with as Best Xbox One tries to fight off this Venom, Cyclops, and DMC1 Dante with X Factor available. That is
Low to the
not
ground.
Ooh, that was pretty scary. And this is what happens if you let Heathnoff's Venom live. Those opportunities where Best Xbox One had got the hit. Oh, we have the name flipped, by the way, Kevin. But each of the times that Best Xbox One had got a hit, it was not enough to kill off that Venom, and is punished for it very severely. Now Heathnoff showing that he will invest 3 meters, kill off 10, and manages to set up a situation where the trap is in the corner. The defensive assist in order to bait best Xbox One for going for something. Oh,
That's
but
smart.
Cyclops getting...
So if he could have spent a little bar, I mean, Heathnoff at full screen doesn't have any countermeasures because he's out of meter.
True. Going for this ranged game, trying to set... Ooh, gets tapped a little bit by Dante, but best Xbox One has been able to get in so much value just at the full screen game. Heathnoff, on the other hand, has been turning the confirms into so much more every time he gets a consistent hit. It's just been turning into such a high percent of best Xbox One's life bar, and this is going to be the end of Venom, potentially. Goes for the THC, it's a follow-up afterwards, and now has a single meter to invest. Is this enough? Venom is a very healthy character. I think he barely survives. And the Venom web connects, and we get the DHC glitch animation even though it doesn't do anything useful anymore. Let's see if Strider 2099 is going to be able to take on this team with that Venom assist. Going in with some very interesting move choices, and is neutral, has access to meter while Heath does not, but Heath is being patient the entire time. The one spot he wants to swing, and that one swing is enough to get rid of this Strider 2099, showing his familiarity with the character that he made and exactly how to fight off some of these options best Xbox One has been going for.
Wow, nice pick on the throw. Keeps it. Oh, okay. A little too simple.
Slightly too. Oh, that is a lot of bleeding going on there. Oh no, the snap does not seem like it was intentional, but very nice timing on the X Factor for best Xbox One to try and get out of that. This is scary though, only 15 Marvel seconds left. Best Xbox One needs to get the hit pretty immediately, convert it into a lot of damage. Using that X Factor time by going straight into super, this is looking scary. It's the hit on Dante, but does not have
any
the
more bar.
And I think that it's going to be really hard for best Xbox. Oh,
Wait.
There's not
possible.
enough time with how much life Cyclops has available. And with that, Heathnoff goes up 2-0 against best Xbox One.
Player 1 wins. You can still do this. Ready? Fight!
Pushing best Xbox One to the corner, Heathnoff has been very willing to feign acquiring space without putting himself at risk of the Shoryu and Devajra. So very nice stuff at playing around that while also not letting playing around that put him in too much of a defense. This full screen game has been working out for best Xbox One, but every time that Heathnoff gets in that range where the move that used to be a roundhouse is able to cross up, he's just been confirming it into scary situations. Best Xbox One also confirms scary situations, goes into level 3, and Ryuken takes out 2 characters. It's all up to Cyclops now, but Cyclops is a character that can do quite a bit of damage if given the opportunity. Just trying to use some Optic Blast, control the space that Ken wants to be in. Isn't overcommitting to anything, and Heathnoff knows that there's 66 seconds on the Marvel clock, doesn't need to overcommit. Invests his own X Factor to make sure he can... Doesn't get the confirm off of the throw, and now best Xbox One is in a great situation, manages to just run up and throw, no respect. Very ready to just put on that pressure. This is not the move he was going for. So Heathnoff now, X Factor pretty much entirely out, but does have 5 meters in case he needs an assist or do anything too ridiculous there. Going to catch Ken at the very top of that. This is going to not kill, and Ken doesn't have a good punish available here, it looks like. So just going for those full screen beams, happy to chip, doesn't want to interact more than is necessary. Put back that meter by whiffing buttons in a low interaction style, making sure to not take too many risks. He's going to need to take risks at some point. There are 33 seconds left on the Marvel clock, and he is at a very distinct life disadvantage against two characters.
Keep trying to snipe the assist, but Xbox has figured this out and just not really calling it in places where Cyclops can hit.
Best Xbox One doing a really good job with playing patient and managing where his risk zones are in relation to what Heathnoff is doing. It's down to only 15 Marvel seconds left, and it is the end of Cyclops here most likely. Xbox One, after going down 0-2, gets on the board with a game against Xeno. It's the hit, but into an S that would not work. Immediately goes into the THC. And does not have the Shinku Hadoken as a base super that he could just do, but it's his triple hyper combo if you put him on the Hadoken assist. So it gets him the opportunity to have like full screen assist punishes, other really threatening tools.
Ooh, trying to snipe the assist. Got it.
Dante is being pretty hard here, but Best Xbox One is also out of resources. Can just take all the time he needs. Just use the range special from full screen and uses his own THC, though when he uses it, the character dies. So Best Xbox One had managed to poke a couple times but didn't confirm any kills, while Heathnoff on the other hand managed to turn poke into the end of it.
Both players desperate to get some bar on their side.
Poking, they have... One of the things is that Venom, or big bodies have a hard time getting around that space control tool at full screen. If Venom, despite having that space control tool, has a hard time getting around it just because of how he moves and how big he is. It has those conversions and is going to TC. Fortunately for him, is just short of the third bar, which means that he builds it on the follow-up hit and doesn't need kill, has the resources to potentially kill Strider if a hit comes out. Best Xbox One in X Factor activates orbs, and see the orbs does not secure him a hit that's turned into anything. Best Xbox One though potentially has a punish. Activates orbs again, goes for the mix, and he's getting some hits, but none of them are converting into a full combo. Best Xbox One is already burned through 3 meters here and almost the entirety of their X Factor time. And now Heathnoff is in what would have been a pretty good situation. Then Best Xbox One going with a more regular Strider combo, trying to make sure that they don't drop anything, even though there's Air Super and other tools available that may have made that a little bit easier for them potentially. And with 20 seconds left on the Marvel clock, gets to just be patient. This Best Xbox One was patient in that previous match. But not patient with that pause button. With that, Heathnoff takes it over Best Xbox One, and I'm going to hop off to play my match against Xeno. You can have fun, Xeno.
Backwards. There we go. It's going to be Orange Hulk versus Shinokuma. I mean, both these characters touch the other character, and they die. But it's going to be a lot harder because, like, Orange Hulk isn't necessarily the best at catching these high altitudes. Ooh. Trying to check with the wave, hoping to maybe get the cancel, but still got hit. Ooh, so close on the chip. Nice. Ooh, checks the assist. Here comes Gamma. I don't know if this is still going to... Okay, it works the same as Vanilla Hulk. So yeah, we'll check it. And now Ice Star's too bleeding, but they have a character lead, and they certainly have the damage and meter they need. Gets the hit. See how much Ice Star can get off of this. Gets the pickup. Oh, not quite. Still had wall bounce and ground bounce remaining. Ooh, gets this low check. You know, it's going to spend a bit of bar, but they can definitely kill here. And you really want to kill this character, leaving him alive would be a mistake. Installs up. He really wants to catch Captain Marvel before she can get out of this corner, because this pressure, specifically for Rashid, is very difficult to get out of. She's just a little faster and slightly better at covering his air routes than he is. Okay. So Sarah giving a lot of respect to not get hit by a Red She-Hulk. And trying to cover everything with missiles, because, okay, here's the low check. Oh, can't keep it going, but keeps the blocks up. Ow. Shadow Lady just escaping. And Sarah has a little more X Factor. Mimikyu about to run out. And there we go. Has a little time to breathe. Sets up. Level 3. Doesn't go for it yet. And here we go. Simple. Still get the follow-up if they need to, but Sarah's going to take this first round. Though very close. Nice on the throw. Ooh, okay. Still has a wall bounce. Gamma wave. Easily enough. Akuma looking to get that missile pressure. Uses the beam again. Ooh, mixing in the air instant air. Gamma. Blocks. Oh, gets caught low. Xeno using the install to cover his actions. Ooh, confirms up the missiles. Here we go. Sells a wall. Gets the pick. Nice, gets the wall. There's the setup. Oh, I think that was supposed to be low. But Xeno failing to cover that gamma. And Isisera, recognizing that Fish was in trouble, uses the downwards gamma charge in the air to ensure Xeno can't punish. Oh, good use of the missiles defensively. Just the pick. Isisera going to X Factor this to keep it simple. Yes, they are. Here's the pickup. Dragon Punch. Wall bounce. Slam. Gamma wave. And then beam to finish off. Very strong showing from the team. There goes up 2, 1 more to go. Nice check in the air motion. May not even need to spend bar here. Okay, what's the mix? Gonna stay in front. Checks, yeah, looks at this box setup, just checking if normal, so the missiles can pressure. Look at the Gamma Crush. Ooh, doesn't kill. Nice air to air. Oh, can't keep it going. Gamma waves. Seeing the importance of this very big tool in terms of just slowing down Xeno's aggression. Rashid definitely making strong use of X Factor, so taking it away from her is important. Ooh, uses the install and the cross up behind, but haha. Xeno checks, using that incredible command throw hyper. And we're not able to kill on this, but strong reset potential. Oh, gonna go to level 3. Does not want the character alive and wants to blow through the X Factor. This is a long cutscene, so it makes sense. Okay, no bar. Yeah, just coming and swinging. And I think this might actually be a situation with the missiles available. It's gonna be pretty hard for Richie Hulk to really get their hold. Gamma Wave, a very strong way to check the fact that they have to go across the ground mostly. The missiles are more than enough to catch the fact that She-Hulk, without using a committal air special, has a bit of trouble crossing that ground. There we go, gets the hit, just builds the bar. She-Hulk is not out yet. Shadow Lady, the last gate keep before Xeno can go up 1 and stay in this set. Sarah sitting on 4 bars, and that's enough. Sarah going to take it in a commanding, though still very struggling, 3 over Xeno 0. Okay, and we are into our first. Is the button check still? Are we into our first match? Okay, first match. You can see Dobby is just trying to catch these jumping and swing angles that Spider-Gwen uses is they move almost identically to Spider-Man in the vanilla game, but have some unique tools and much more different dive kick options. The pickup, I think they can kill off of this with the DHC. Oh, that's a drop. Nope, still gets the hit actually. Robbie's swinging a button. Okay, nice use of the Psylocke teleport to get out. Going to have to try their best to check and slow down this game. Renard is playing a very fast pace and gets the check. It's all up to Evil Ryu. This character does a lot of damage, but Renard reliably knowing where they need to stay on top of the character. And they can probably kill. They're pretty simple here, yeah. So it goes for the hit, and that's all it takes. Renard up 1. French Fox showing their skill. Hello, Isa Sarah. You're just in time.
Oh, excellent. I'm always excited to see Renard play, and it looks like we have that Laura back as anchor again. For those who don't know, you may be accustomed to thinking of Wolverine exclusively as a point character, but this character is so solid as an assist. Their Berserker Barrage goes essentially full screen, it autocorrects, and on top of that they have a state change DHC, incredibly powerful, but we may not get to see them do much on point if it's just Spider-Gwen running a train.
Is that a legit reset, or is Dobby just swinging every time that they get sent high?
Maybe both. Let's see. It looks like this is going to be activating of the Gwenom. Those who don't know, Spider-Gwen has an install, and after this she has, I believe, 10%, it's either 5 or 10% speed and damage increase, and on top of that she gets access to a new super, and she could block during her zips. It's an amazing power up, and she also gets to do the damage of it in the first place. This is looking like it's the end of Evil Ryu, and Renard taking a dominant second game. Incredibly solid work. Doubleicious ready to get right back into it. Apparently has a plan in how to deal with the situations that when challenging that game. And make sure to swing enough at Laura without swinging too much and being punished by Spider-Gwen. Great stuff on Dobby, making sure when to invest resources and when not.
Ooh, anchor bleeding. Both assists bleeding now.
Both those assists are, but Spider-Gwen is the problem, and she is in there putting in damage, has the knockdown in the corner, ends up missing the OTG. If you're too close to the corner, the zip will go over them, and you won't be able to OTG with it. Renard needed a little bit more space in order to make that work. Almost had an amazing confirm there from full screen, which is something that Spider-Gwen gets to just do. But it looks like this confirm may be incredibly scary, but Avalicious making great work of that side blade assist, using it to get out of bad situations.
Chips with the gullet gun.
And it gets the hit here. She has very good buttons for poking in those situations, and even though Gambit has a giant staff, I think her buttons are probably better than his.
Ooh,
and
goes
gets
for
the
reset
instant overhead
bar.
Instant overhead and medium hit, but didn't quite have the confirm off of it. At that range, it's a little bit funky to make it so your next hits go through. But Renard ready for that second PAC, and now gets to punish because side thrust is not safe. Something that if you block it and they're not doing the versions Tiger need that uses land canceling to make it so it's safe, you could punish. So Renard brilliantly taking that on. Delicious dealing with this barrage of fireballs and gets the level 3. I don't think that was intentional, but salvages the situation perfectly, activates the X Factor immediately, kills off
It's only one touch.
Pull up to Laura. She has all the meter in the world. I would like to see Legacy Trigger activated immediately.
Yep,
Well, no, that was an input error by Renard, but fortunately she's so fast that she recovers before Evil Ryu gets a chance to do anything.
Exactly. Oh, gets checked for the dive kick. Can't finish it.
Hit here. Yeah, this is an 8-hit combo that kills Evil Renard. Taking those games, some of them were dominant, some of them were close, but doing work every button in this game 3 frames. Marvel 2 is 300% faster than this game.
I was about to say, heavy characters don't have access to
do not move around like Marvel 2 Sentinel.
And light
and,
characters can teleport absurdly quickly. Like,
oh my gosh, getting the momentum here. I still think the names are swapped if my brain is reading teams correctly. But this time it also looks like Escalante, or unless Mimikyu is playing the other team, but Escalante, it looks like is running the Strider 2099. In earlier matches was using a different character set. Let's see if the 2099 is the choice. Gosh. It's like an extra hit there. Very nice work confirming off of the Vajra. This is going to be the end of Cammy. Just uses a single meter to make sure it happens. And now Marvel 2 Sentinel comes in. One of the things that's nice about this character is that if someone hits you, they need to do something very optimal if they want to kill. He is going to for sure build a decent amount of R just by like doing his thing. And let's see what Escalante does with this Dark Strider. It has some familiarity with base game Dark Strider and is going to not have the correct timing to make it work, but gets an additional hit. Marvel 2 Sentinel here is going for, is there a DHC? Immediately brings out the missiles. Could have actually punished with the beam, but for those who don't know, Shadow Lady's beam is incredibly good. On that anti-teleport tech, putting a giant ball of safety around herself. Is it going to be enough? Escalante going to be able to get around the Shadow Lady, confirm off of the drones, goes into level 3, and that looks like me taking over Escalante, rocking the Strider 2099. And this time, Escalante happy to get back to full screen, shoot some of that wind. Maybe just showing the hype for the upcoming Rashid release in Street Fighter 6. And if you're hyped for Street Fighter 6, you can acquire it through the Kevin's Nexus page, the nexus.gg/HAVENGERS. Yeah, we got Rashid first. That's what Petus is saying. Marvel's such a fast game, we even get the characters before the other games. That is the speed that we play at here.
I mean, Street Fighter 6 Rashid, channeling Marvel Rashid. That's a double jump.
Good, and then this gun is going to take out Marvel 2 Sentinel. Even with that, Mimikyu has 5 meters to work with for the rest of their team now, and that is really scary. It gives opportunity to do some guess run-ins. It's going to be one of them, and has the confirm. And with that is going to Happy Birthday 2 characters, kills off both Hunk and Strider 2099. But Escalante has the potential to be terrifying with Rashid. In with this X Factor 3, has the opportunity, but getting hit over and over again. It's his own Happy Birthday, immediately goes into the air super, catches both, and takes the game with a huge comeback for him. Oh my gosh. It's like this is going to be a happy birthday for Mimikyu. Mimikyu was like, your birthday was pretty awesome, Escalante. I think I want to throw a party like that too. And uses it to kill off Character 1, Character 2. Character 2 is still alive, but goes into the DHC. Marvel 2 Sentinel, that DHC actually doesn't do a ton of damage, but Missile's DHC on the other hand, then it hurts. This worked to Mimikyu getting their team back in their preferred order, and this match is looking very one-sided against Escalante here. And with the super into DHC, this should be no DHC needed, just super. And is that perfect? No. I don't see any life lost, but I
think the assist is waiting a little.
For Mimi. Oh, but Escalante does not like getting hit like that, and make sure to the advantage. It's the hit on Cammy, goes into the install for the reset, trying to make sure not to be in a situation where they're overcommitting, and this time Mimi gets the hit again with Cammy. She has plenty of meter to go this time. Be able to kill with the DHC this time because there's no X Factor on deck for it. Doesn't invest any more resources. I would have killed that Rashid because you don't want to let one of Escalante's characters live. Getting back life now, and Hunk is going to be able to kill off the Cammy on top of it.
Put up a grenade though, so
hard drive is not anywhere near as powerful as Marvel 3 Sentinels, but it was good enough to catch the Strider out of the air. And oh no, Mimikyu got a backdash when I'm assuming it was just intended to either be advancing guard or some other kind of movement. And this is looking pretty scary. Escalante getting that momentum. Hunk gets the potential to kill here.
Big HP
Marvel
character,
2
but
Sentinel.
chip and resets is pretty effective here.
Well, gets the Hyper Sentinel Force into the Shadow Lady Beam. This is going to do a billion damage and just kill Hunk. That was great work by Mimikyu, figuring out what they needed to do neutral in order to just get the kill. The install from Rashid makes him so threatening. The Vajra gets the confirm and brings Shadow Lady back to the corner. Will Escalante use X Factor? Will he use resources? One super.
I would kill this
DHCs
character.
into orbs. Reset pretty scary, but orbs is already entirely run out. One of the differences in between Strider 2099 and base Strider, orbs is much shorter duration and doesn't have hitboxes on its own. Beam comes out here, catches Rashid. Super Sentinel Force is going to not quite be timed right to catch him, and because of that,
Oh, nice check.
their chance at life for Escalante here kills off Marvel 2 Sentinel. Now it's all up to Shadow Lady, but Shadow Lady is a character more practice with than Marvel 2 Set.
22 seconds on the Marvel clock.
Jeez, Strider just evaporated out of nowhere.
Not an issue. Oh no, can keep it going.
Oh, both of them are in scary positions. X Factor, they move so fast, they have such tools. They're going to come out, catches Rashid, but does not kill him off. X Factor
close.
ends, there can just be Chip. This is scary for both players, ends up getting missiles into
You're
more
blocking.
missiles, but it's before Chip works, and now there's no meter left for Shadow Lady. This is a great clutch finish by Escalante, tying it up 2. Gosh, that was such a clutch round. It could have gone either way, but Escalante showing how experience in those types of challenging situations is just one of the things he has in mind, is ready for, and the pressure is starting to work out with Rashid, but not enough to kill Cammy. Cammy has really been one of the characters that's most threatening on Mimi. Ooh, and the knockdown in the corner. Goes into the Gyro Drive Smasher, and DHC into Sentinel won't quite kill, but another DHC into Shadow Lady very much will. And
brings it in
ends
too.
up
Brings
hitting
it.
with the dry tag. Very nice work, but Escalante manages to survive. Marvel 2 Sentinel getting shot up, but he has a lot of health. He can handle it, and that builds meter for Mimi. It's the hit, but oh my gosh, Hunk is bleeding, and Strider is in a pretty scary situation. It looks like the end of Hunk. Not the end of... That was very much not the end of Hunk. X Factor is invested. Both of the players have used it. Who is going to be able to survive this out? Looks like X Factor's run out for Mimikyu. Has much more of their team intact, and now X Factor's also out for Escalante. Both of them
loads
are
of
pretty
grenade.
equivalent on meter. Oh, but gets the hit on Hunk in the corner. This should be the end of the character. It's Strider 2099 as anchor. This character can definitely do it, but it'll be scary to try and do it against Mimikyu's Cammy with all of these tools. The Cammy's down. Strider 2099 fortunately hits much harder than base Strider, so Wall of Health as large as Marvel 2 Sentinels is less impossible than it may otherwise
The Orbs
feel.
Junior, are you blocking? Oh boy, I hope you're
The
blocking.
beam comes out. It's out the majority of 2099. Point missiles out there, assuming that he is going to mash teleport and gets the hit. He takes out Escalante, learner's side of the bracket. Great work to me. If you want to do great work, probably not as great as Mimikyu, because that was pretty hype. If you want to do some great work, you can subscribe to the HAVENGERS and support this channel. Ooh, also claim a code on the Matcherino. Player 2 and best Xbox One is player 1. Based on the teams that are going on here, just for updating. So, I love the color synergy on Renard's team, by the way. The purple and black and then a little bit of maroon going on. It's some good stuff. Ooh, and manages to push Ken all the way to the corner, and that pressure is just so terrifying.
The drop.
But you don't respect it. Spider-Gwen is going to swing at you, and she is going to kill you. Was able to take down half of Strider, and even in the situation where the combo was dropped, is just putting in the work against Xbox One. He does not look ready for the Spider-Gwen. And with that, Ken goes down, and there's a lot of meter available on both teams. Best Xbox One has shown that they're quite willing to use C's and other ways of meter and neutral that are very solid usage. And sometimes just to confirm off of something like a throw here. This is going to hurt Spider-Gwen, but definitely not kill her, and this is a character you want to kill. She is one of the most threatening point characters in the game. It needs to be respected because the situations like that can occur.
Ooh,
Almost got the chance to kill her there, but now instead, Venom's going to get beat down. Do you think the level 3 is going to come out for her?
I think this is a really good reason to do it, being that Venom is the one you are hitting with it.
Venom versus Venom matchup, the best of all time. And manages to get over the majority of Legion and just pressure on Strider even from screen away. That's one of the scary things about Spider-Gwen. No matter where she is on the screen, she can carry. Oh, and Renard investing the X Factor wisely, gets into Legacy Trigger, is going to kill off Strider. Does not kill off Strider. Oh no.
Tries to get the
Pixel Strider, but gets over Legion and forces the X Factor out of Best Xbox One while simultaneously getting a hit. Everything is turning up Renard's way now. That was terrifying. Going for the slashes and then the low. That pressure was terrifying, Wizard Tim.
Playing very consistently, playing very rhythmically, looking for one Xbox, which is going to swing or Tatsu.
Sometimes just doing those full screen pokes where Xbox One in most of the matches seems to be very confident in playing a full screen game with his characters, even though none of them are super strong zoners. Is happy to use those tools. Doing that against Gwen is scary because her zip just can turn into a combo from full screen if you let her start doing things. And now Best Xbox One ends up back in the corner. This is scary, and there is meter available, so there may be a THC coming out at any point if he puts out an assist. But let's see what he does to try and deal with Spider-Gwen, because he is bleeding at this point. He needs to be very cautious about how he approaches any of this. And going to catch Spider-Gwen, this is looking much more possible. Just setting up the traps, making sure to play patient, tools to fight from full screen, and then punish when Laura comes in. Her hitbox was eaten by the trap, so didn't feel threatened and was happy to go in, go for the kill. Needs to TAC, and Laura is still alive, but not after this throw. Going to need assist, but probably will kill meterless. Ends up using 1 meter to go for the kill. And Venom comes back in, immediately gets hit, but the confirm is not there. Very nice work to Renard not getting caught by the 6H or other things, because I know I often get caught by 6H when Venom is poking in that situation. Very nice stuff for the teleporting in. It didn't manage to quite get the confirm off of the read on the projectile. Cross up is there. Both of them are swinging and getting hits, but not turning it into a full confirm. Very nice little micro dash, get around Strider, get pressure in the corner, and no, Venom does not like getting hit here. Though Jean is a character whose damage is not particularly high, but she can loop her supers if she needs. I think in this situation, she's not going to quite be able to kill, but she's going to do a lot of damage. Some out of pixel.
If you want to really push to kill those characters, you've got only 20 seconds on the clock, so...
Oh, that was brilliant by Renard, using the Spider Sting, because that'll beat pretty much anything in order to take out Venom, even if it's going to be a chip situation. Then got under Ken in time to take out the character, and because of the way the kill happened, there's so little time left available to try and fight. Best Xbox One needs to make something happen very quickly. This is a good way to make something happen quickly, though. X Factor 3 Strider.
Calling any assists.
For the Spider
Wait,
Gwen.
called an assist. That actually might be the difference.
That is the difference. Oh my gosh. Renard had that one, but the assist summon and level 3 was just not the decision that needed to be made because of that. Best Xbox One managing to clutch victory from the jaws of defeat against Renard. Renard wants to throw him right back into those jaws of defeat. In there with the Spider Gwen, has the pressure in the corner. Isn't going to be able to get the kill off of this, but is going to have a scary situation as Best Xbox One tries to do things. Manages to get that office tag going there, but let's see if even after office tag this character will do some damage. Spider Gwen again not going to be able to kill, but will leave Best Xbox One in a scary situation. Not want to be cornered by Spider Gwen. She just like has dramatically better mix up when she's in the situation. But she's not a healthy lady, and she could lose all of her life here if Best Xbox One isn't making it happen.
Doesn't want to spend it?
It's like
4 bars and doesn't want to spend.
And Best Xbox One is waiting to see an assist. He wants the THC. He just waited for so long to see if Renard would put himself in harm's way. But Renard, being incredibly patient, not over-investing, and only going in when the time is right, winning assists when it is safe. Oh, great work by Renard. And with Venom dead, there's a lot of meter available for Best Xbox One. There's also the chance that characters could just die. Spider-Gwen is bleeding right now though, so a THC may just get rid of her, but
ooh.
THC when
Not
you are
ready.
the one in hit stun, however.
I expect to see a Hadoken any minute now. Here we go.
There it is. And
think
X Factor
X-Factor
gets used, is able to negate those 2 meter usages from Ken. And oh, if Renard had gone for the command throw there, would have been able to take it. But it just takes it with you. It's up to the X Factor 3 Strider. Last time Renard summoned some assists, let's see if he's a bit more conservative on assist calls. And I'll get the opportunity if he dies and there's no assist to summon.
Yep. Loop it if he has to. Oh, didn't get that confirmed there.
Uses the shockwave, activates install, and is safe because of that. Manages to get out of the situation and hit Strider. It is looking, had the start of the combo, went for something a little bit complicated, but ended up getting the opportunity to drain out the entirety of the X Factor time. This is looking pretty solid for Renard. Actually, if he gets a hit on top of that, this is the end of Strider. Goes into the Fatal Claw and now has access to the Fatal Claw sometimes is a little squiggly to loop. It could drop you in really strange ways, so it's much more stable to just go for a DHC in a lot of situations.
2 up Renard.
It's looking good. Then we know that Best Xbox One is a threat at any point in this bracket, and Renard also a threat at any point in this bracket, making sure to have that pressure in the corner that just in such a terrible situation. It looks like when Best Xbox One gets back to full screen, it's much more safe, but getting the throw there was exactly what he needed. Sit on Gwen has a decent amount of meter available. I don't think this is going to kill, but it is going to hurt her pretty badly and leave a situation where he could get a trap and start to pressure.
Set up the trap. Oh, catches the tag.
Nard, you're not from the office. What you doing using their tags? That's not gonna work out.
Identity theft.
Renard, don't commit identity theft of the office, folks. It won't work in your favor. Now, Laura is dead, and Best Xbox One has plenty of practice dealing with anybody who office tags, and is ready to take out the Laura. Do damage. You don't think this is the combo that kills? And leaving it alive is pretty scary. Oh, even with the super follow-up,
Not your full screen's where you want her to be either.
The shockwave ends up just going into the ultimate web throw, and now has Zip to punish this because Xbox One has not been respecting that this character can just like kill you if she's at a 30-degree angle in relation to you. And the level 3, this isn't going to kill. this leaves a very decent situation for Renard with a cross-up overhead with the medium. My gosh, I also would not have blocked that, but...
Swinging like a mad Xbox, swinging like a mad... Oh wow, not finishing.
The Pixel Gwen, I would not recommend leaving the Pixel Gwen. This Pixel Gwen gets to block, and it's starting to press buttons, but very nice stuff. Best Xbox One pressing buttons at the right time, tying it up 2-2. Very close set between excellent players.
I want to see if Xbox can reliably kill this character. Definitely their major impediment so far.
Has been doing a lot of good stuff in clutch situations, but a lot of the combos haven't quite led into kills, and the extra opportunities to play characters like Spider-Gwen have meant so much for Renard, especially when they summon the Wolverine lore assist from behind. That will auto-correct, but even when someone's rolling through you, they can go for that assist, and it is scary. Oh my gosh. Spider-Gwen doing some work, gets the shockwave, so now the Jean can play neutral here against Venom, and this is potentially very scary. Getting the chip on these shots from full screen. A dive kick, but even though Renard is doing substantially better on life currently, Best Xbox One has such a huge meter advantage and has shown a profound willingness to use meter on THC's blowing up assists, etc. And ends up just shooting at Jean. She blocks it, but she still goes down to half-life on block.
Okay, snipes that Vajra. Wow, Tatsu chases.
Is the end of Jean Grey, but we have seen that Spider-Gwen may be the real problem here, and it looks like when she gets the opportunity to get started, that may be exactly what's going on. As the hit on Ken goes into super, there is not a good DHC available here though. Let's see what Renard tries to do in order to balance it out. Goes into Legacy Trigger. Goes for the poke. Now should be able to block in time. This is looking very good. Has managed to get rid of all of Best Xbox One's meter, but gets hit by the Tatsu. Immediately counters back, killing Ken. Ooh, that's scary. That was a cross-up. How many of you were blocking cross-up when you saw Wolverine lore full screen from you? Apparently not Best Xbox One, because this character is terrifying. And this is a hit going to be enough to go into it as part of the loop. It's into Fatal Claw. I don't think this will be quite enough, but it does hits the loop on Fatal Claw. Renard is looking so nasty with it.
So as X Factor, Orbs Jr. is up.
And when she's in the air like that, she can get around with some of the talents to get around.
Ooh, checks the Vajra.
Really gonna die here, does not die here. And the Spider Sting assist is just so scary. Renard taking it over Best Xbox One, who has thrived in many of these previous brackets. Very nice work to Renard, taking this great player out of our bracket this evening. Oh my gosh, there are four codes left on the Matcherino. Only 4, that's $1. If people are able to claim a code for 4 of you, there is $1 extra in the pot, bringing it up to $72.75. That is riskier because Xeno has some characters with different tools to interact with Marvel 2 Sentinel.
Said, from a non-button perspective, Marvel 3 is a faster game. Damage is just higher, and 2-hit situations come more often. Marvel Sentinel has the HP and has the normals, but it can be really hard for them to stay on top of the huge damage output characters like Cammy bring.
Going to be huge damage, and it looks like Rashid is going to die. This is looking kind of scary for Xeno, but with the DHC, going to show that he has his own Cammy in the back, and she has access to X Factor 3. Is Cammy with the full team, or Cammy when she's all sauced up going to be the one that is more powerful? Gosh, Shadow Lady just got beat on there, and Cammy is going to show that clones and dolls, there can only be one. Time to get rid of this character.
There may be 2 of us, but only one can praise the Queen first.
Well, gosh, gets the confirm off of that. Really nice work by Mimikyu, getting the low height cannon drill into buttons, kills off Xeno's Cammy here. And saying that before I see her disappear, but this is looking like the end of Cammy. Yeah, Mimikyu taking the first game over Xeno. Very nice work to Mimi, but Xeno is an adaptable player. I would not be surprised to see some change.
Again, like, Cammy is a very strong choice to deal with Shinakuma. Just these dive kicks are such good abilities to chase his air maneuverability, specifically his ability to take DPs and just jump after them.
His movement tools are terrifying, and Cammy left with a pixel, no longer a pixel.
Nope.
And Xeno, because he didn't actually die, Shinakuma's back up to full health after all of that. Well, Marvel 2 Sentinel is not. He's back to no health.
There's no Shinakuma on MVC2. Sentinel was starstruck.
And for those who don't know, one of the people who makes many of the amazing characters here is DeekAliKings01, who is here in chat talking about Captain Commando getting the squad. So if you are hyped for Captain Commando getting his homies, send some love Cali King's way. Great creator that does so much work for the community.
Of course, we just saw a Raging Demon on stream.
There is some power to the Raging Demon, and Xeno trying to make sure that no character other than Shinakuma needs to be played. Oh, but Mimikyu making sure other characters from Shinakuma need to be played. Get rid of that character. Oh, had the potential confirmed with the drones assist. And Mimikyu just playing on point, getting those hits so consistently this evening. Going to be able to take out Rashid here. That Anchor Cammy from Xeno is going to be what is needed to take this all out. Goes for the super, or manages to have the drones on lock behind him to make him safe. Very nice stuff to Mimikyu. Now this is looking very scary for Xeno. Any little bit of chip will do it though. Let's see if he could kill off Marvel 2 Sentinel quickly, because it's a lot of health, but X Factor 3 Cammy does a lot of damage. Oh, I think this will be enough fast enough. Just enough.
Incredible.
And with that, it is all up to Anchor Shadow Lady, and she got hit. She got the hit afterwards.
At level 3.
Level 3, and with that, taking another one on the board against Xeno, going up 2-1.
Okay, is this the Rashid time?
Let's see what happens. Xeno investing in the Rashid. Good read on that, Tim. And going to the She-Hulk anchor. This character, so scary.
Technically a more grounded team.
Oh, let's see. Shinakuma has, in the game to Xeno 1, Shinakuma did a lot of work. And let's see if he gets the opportunity to play again and put on all that pressure and get things going in his favor. This defensive fireball game doesn't want to interact with Cammy, wants to keep assists off the screen, but is ending up pushing himself to the corner and missed a jab over her tiny head. Looks too low, and that's the end of Shinakuma. Oh my gosh.
Okay, good protection from the drones. Ooh.
Xeno manages to follow up afterwards. The drone stopped him once, but it won't stop him again. And with that, Cammy goes down, and it is install time, ready for the incoming mix. And one of the things about Marvel 2 Sentinel, great character, but he needs to carry mix-ups just because he's a big guy. And he's just so scary. Tries to get around and do the dive kick, but can't quite get around the missiles as is desired for that. Now Shadow Lady gets the hit. This is potentially the end of Rashid. Oh no, drops the combo. Xeno chooses to not invest X here. Goes into install and immediately turns that pressure into a hit on Shadow Lady. Brilliant work by Xeno, and there's a lot of resources available here. Is he going to invest X? DHC? What's going on?
Yep, he's gonna get the bounce. And here comes
X Factor just swing at her again. And Xeno, fortunate that there was no confirm off of those missiles, gets another chance at life, and because of this, Mimikyu is running down that X Factor time. And Xeno, but you can run down your X Factor time if you're killing characters. It's down to only the
Rashid. Basically teleports anytime he dashes.
As X Factor 3, and he has the hit.
Yep.
This is going to be the end of Shadow Lady. Okay, it's all up to Marvel 2 Sentinel, the character that Mimikyu has the least experience with, but has so much life, has so much meter. they be able to make it through?
Look out for
Throw out
fuzzies.
some rocket punches that are not working. But I don't think there's a kill here, and Mimi Xeno out of the tournament, waking up the buttons with Marvel 2 Sentinel, the new character that they just introduced to their team. And is sending out the good wishes to Xeno because he's sick as hell. And thank you, Fetus, for caring about the health of the community.
Not the most common thing seen palette swaps, but here we are. And both characters really, if they get a touch, you're probably gonna kill. Okay, Isisera lines it up, has the wall. They take about half of Venom's very strong health. Trying to finish this off, has access to ground bounce. Doesn't even use ground bounce, uses wall. And that's enough. One bar. The mix. Trying to keep Cyclops from running. Cyclops gets the throw. Can get the pickup. Faces tries to chase down. Missile's still coming. Oh. Goes through the hyper. Here comes Orange Hulk. Okay. No armor available. Means that Thor button gets checked up. Thank you very much for Fetus for donating the Senior Hamon. Artisera backing up. This version of Hulk has to block. Here comes the Gamma Crush. Here comes the DHC. Oh, this might still trade. Yep. Heath recognizing that to be a problem. X-Factor's up. But now Artisera really has the ability to play passively. He has access to meter for DHCs. Just where for the X-Factor already has the life lead. Ooh, gets caught by the Helmbreaker for all Helmbreakers. Now I'm trying to even this out. Captain Marvel really almost half health, and it's going to be pretty easy to get down below that with a single hyper or stray laser here. Ooh, this is bad for Shadow Lady. This might just be enough to kill her. And Harvest. Not going to trade. But Captain Marvel's still alive. Gonna get the confirm, can get the confirm. Okay, Gene Splice, more than enough to check. Shadow Lady coming in with no life. And dwindling X Factor is going to a tight snipe here. Come back from this. There's the bar. X Factor available for neither players, so about 2 bars even between the two of them. Either hit's gonna kill most likely. Okay, Sarah, can they keep going? Needs to build the bar for level 3. Super close, just builds it. And just enough damage. Okay, Zera goes up 1. Very tight comeback for Shadow Lady. Once again, we're back at it for big bodies, high HP, high damage. Zera getting a straight hit. Still has access to GG, can't pick up at that distance. Ooh, Heathnoff. Can he kill this very high HP character in 1 hit? We've never really seen how much Venom does to Orange Hulk. Okay, goes for the set play. Ooh, can't finish off the Gene Splice, and Sarah gets a throw. Only can get a hyper from that air throw. Set up for the chip kill here. Oh, I'm gonna kill all the way through, recognizing Venom to be a major threat. Good play, brings in Shadow Lady. This team really can play pretty literally from all angles and all team rotations. See if she knows how to use the Orange Hulk assist. It brings it in instead. Okay. Checks with Air Gamma Crush. Don't know what Heathnoff has done, but note it again. But not respecting. Even an armorless Hulk is still pretty fast. We can throw this out. Okay. Trades between the Gamma and the shot. Okay, X Factor makes it easy. Doesn't even need to go for wall bounce. Gamma Crush. Plenty of damage on this hyper. Didn't even need that still. PhD. 2 up by Sakura. Now has 1 more chance to sort this out. Figure out how to deal with a character they probably not thought much, if at all. Sarah respecting. Okay, gets the throw. Can't get anything else off of that. Okay, this is the first opportunity to see if Venom can kill here. Gonna really optimize this. He still has bar. Sets up the set play. And the Sarah, yeah. Aggressively going for Air Gamma. Gets checked. And now Heathnoff can definitely kill here. Probably 2 still. Maybe even 1. You're gonna optimize this. Only needs one, I think. Do they need any at all? Yeah, still one. Okay. Hasn't seen too much success of Captain Marvel in this situation. He's not being very good at keeping on tab of this character, despite how fast they can be. Zara gets a stray hit. Probably gonna go straight into level 3 here, recognizing how dangerous this character is. Really optimizes as much meter as they can get. Yep. Green away. Doesn't want this character. Set up missiles, sets up binary. Okay, trying to pin down Cyclops. Pretty good aerials. Okay, missile for the follow-up. Oh, no follow-up, goes for the quick aerial. Overhead, and there's the pickup. Okay, still using an X-Factor. And set up binary. I think they can block here. Definitely can. Okay, double trigger, enhanced normals. X-Factor. Heathnoff is both trying to come back and also keep Lysa from really making any strong use of the X-Factor, but okay, missile's gonna keep the combo going. Very close to 3 bars here. Oh, gets it, but can't confirm into the final set to get it to use. But here we go. And keep it simple. Level 3. To the corner. And there we go. They're going up in a commanding 3-0 over Heathnoff. Team very, very strong and very high damage.
Playing with nerf missiles on my home version because I appreciate that Tabs puts out the betas, and even post nerf I think it is still the best. Oh, but this time it looks like Mimikyu and Renard are getting started, and Renard got hit first but immediately recovered, making good decisions. Has Cammy knocked down in the corner but doesn't kill off the character. Very good at pressing some of these buttons in the air, but Mimikyu has been doing excellent work, having a good balance of defensive assist summoning and then making sure to have advantageous assists out when getting drones and other things to support the immaculate Cammy play they've been doing this season.
Okay, that's enough. Character dealt with.
Ooh, but this is a scary situation because Cammy's dead in one hit, and now Marvel 2 Sentinel is the character that Mimikyu has the least experience with, and we will see how they end up approaching the Jean matchup, because Jean's a character that can kind of swing at Sentinel because she actually has very good buttons, but it looks like that Shadow Lady assist is just putting in work, and oh my gosh, the beam is going to come out. Gets the confirm, doesn't quite do it. That was a great dash up into OTG, but just didn't get the confirm in time.
It keeps it safe. Yep. Oh, that was almost dirty, but Renard saw it coming.
It was very scary, but you know what else is scary? Renard's everything, because his Wolverine Aura gets the hit, HC into the shockwave, and has teleport available to follow up with the second one. And with that, Shadow Lady's dead, and it's all up to that brand new Marvel 2 Sentinel. Oh, but pressing S is good. Pressing S is not good enough, apparently, and with that, Renard goes up 1-0 over Mimi.
Does not compute. Bone Claw Wolverine was never this good.
Yeah, this character much better than Bone Claw Wolverine. That one did have a low-hitting assist in a game. I think it was the only low-hitting assist in Marvel 2. But, ooh, that Berserker Barrage assist. For those who assume that this is a point character, Wolverine Laura is incredibly good in all kinds of roles. It looks like we're going to have to see their ability to be an anchor.
Famous birthday.
Happy birthdays. It's the confirm. Kills off Spider-Gwen, kills off Jean, and now it's all up to Laura. Needing to block drones in this corner is so scary. Mimikyu actually investing X-Factor, doesn't want to have this fight go on any longer than needed. Oh, that had been potentially the end of Cammy. Now, this is looking like a scary situation for both of them. Fatal Claw's over the top. This is going to catch the top of... PHC is there. Can he super jump and get the legs in time? Does not get it. And Renard zooming around the screen, not quite getting the kills off of it, but leaving scary situations the entire time. He's going to run out of X-Factor now, and in the corner against just too scary. Shadow Lady's going to be able to kill off this Laura and tie it up 1-1.
Situational. Mimikyu's really brought back the fundamental team comp of pillar drones. We would have seen a lot in Marvel too. It's really working.
Nice. It helps the drones happen to be attached to a character that is incredibly powerful on top of being assist.
I mean, that's the lore.
Oh, and that was able to take additional damage on Marvel 2 Sentinel, and very good throw by Mimi. Ready for that zip in, gets the microwave on Spider-Gwen. I do not recommend microwaving spiders, but it seems to work out for Mimikyu. So if you're looking for some hype spider dishes, you need to see Chef Mimikyu in the kitchen. But Renard kind of cooking as well with this Jean on the opposite side. Ended up resetting, but this reset is going to let him cash out in the corner. Will have enough meter left over that if he hits Sentinel, he'll be able to do some serious damage, if not kill. Ends up going for a DHC that's slightly harder, but is actually better because now he's in Legacy Trigger. In
All
this
things
mode,
paying off
Laura
there.
is even scarier than she normally is. She is faster, she gains new moves, she could Berserker Slash. She also regenerates life, which is incredibly nice, and I wish the base game Wolverine and Deadpool and all of the characters that are supposed to be regen monsters had the same love and care that Tabs put into making it so Wolverine Laura
You don't
gets
want Deadpool regenerating.
I do, I actually do. But it looks like there will be no regeneration for Marvel 2 Sentinel at the moment because Double Shockwave takes him out, and Renard goes up 2-1 against Mimi.
The last Jean Grey still standing, and probably the scariest.
Psychilic saying Deadpool 100% needs a healing factor. I'm sure that Psychilic is entirely unbiased in this. Don't you think, Wizard Tim?
Yeah, no. I've never seen them play. I don't know what their team is.
But
Ooh.
they placed, I believe, was it top 3 or top 4 at EVO the other year using their Deadpool. So, incredible player in base game. I don't think I've seen Psychilic mess with the modded stuff much, but always happy to welcome cool people to the community. And Renard has just been so threatening with this Jean when she has pressure in the corner. Isn't getting the kill though, and when Cammy gets to live, it leads to a scary situation.
Legacy up.
Wolverine Laura gets the hit, and this is the end of Cammy. See if Marvel 2 Sentinel comes in only to get schmixed left and right, and projectiles coming from everywhere. Loops coming in from Renard doing the actual combo, but then you're not remembering that he used his bounce to start that.
Simple Force. Going to
I
force the
think
X
he could
Factor.
have done Weapon X Prime there and both gotten the kill and not needed to use X Factor. It all
Yeah, that
works
thing is
out
very
anyway.
vulnerable. Okay, Shadow Lady. X Factor still up. Okay. Well, we're running out.
That Wolverine lore is gone. Mimikyu activates the install, and will Jean is a hit, but Jean, she's going to need to loop supers if she wants to kill here. I don't think she is capable of getting.
Ooh, unfortunate drop.
That was a terrible drop for Renard to have, but Mimikyu didn't realize that because they were in install, Shadow Lady changes her stance whenever she's in install and uses the wall bounce, so he couldn't do the combo he wanted to do into level 3 from previously. It is tragic for Mimi.
Checking the missiles twice there.
Oh, and Renard with the pixel manages to get over the chip, but the throw is there for Mimikyu, and we get the weird kill from Shadow Lady's air throw. It is all tied up 2-2 to see who's going to fight Heathnoff.
Okay, nicely dodging the pillar.
And their Gwen getting started is good. That flips out. This is one of those situations where pressing a button to try and punish is not the thing that actually works. Cammy's gonna get extra chances to play, but that Berserker Barrage assist, like, I'm not sure if that everyone was ready for it, because it looks like Mimikyu was not. And just so fast, it locks down for so long, it pushes people to the corner. Amazing tool.
Who forgets that that's the frying pan of legacy years?
Ooh, and
Okay,
this
hard
is
drive.
going to hit DHC. No, leaves her alive, and this is a character you do not want to be alive as Marvel 2 Sentinel. One of the issues with this character, even though he is very strong, is he's very tall. And the fact that her zip will hit him when he's crouching from very far away makes it so the match can be a bit rough. But this is going to be the end of Sentinel, and now it is all up to Mimikyu's amazing Shadow Lady, but she needs to make it through an entire team of characters and does not make it
And
through the
survive
soft
this.
knockdown. This isn't gonna kill with the way that Renard's doing it right now. This will.
That's the X
Oh
Factor
no, it
route.
will not! Darn.
2 routes,
So
not working
close.
out.
So many hits, but
No.
none of them quite confirming. And Renard has, even though none of those hits killed, was able to run out the entirety of X Factor time, and with that takes the final game, going up 3 for Mimikyu to get into Learner's finals against Heathnoff. Renard's been climbing those ranks. I remember
Very much so.
Renard not getting top 8 and then getting into the top 7 and then into the top 5 and now already in top 3 against one of the champions of the bracket who has won multiple times with the characters. So getting that hit on them is incredibly challenging. My gosh, and this is the hit, but doesn't go into the combo that is desired. And now Heathnoff getting more opportunity. And when Heathnoff gets opportunity, turns them into 1 games. This time, however, and the 6H, I so rarely see that get punished. Renard has the magical skill of actually punishing 6H before it gets nerfed. This is some brilliance on his behalf. And this is going to Venom getting hit by Spider-Gwen into the DHC, kills off Venom, and has a Gene available. Oh, brings in Delora, so that way she gets her Legacy trigger on. Surprisingly, a lot of people may assume that a character that is melee-based like Laura might have a hard time with a character like Cyclops, but she can mess up Cyclops. And got over and the correct punish on the command throw. Renard is just on point today, getting some drops, but still doing incredibly scary things. And that's one of the reasons this is so hard. If you use Optic Blast, she can punish in so many situations. This is going to be the end of Wolverine Laura, and Heathnoff is great with this duo, but Renard has a duo available as well. Oh, Meter gets you, and Renard blocking for so long, manages to both block all that's needed and get the hit on Dante. The kill be there. X Factor timing messes up the Spider-Gwen combo, and this pressure is coming out. Looks like it is going to be the end of X Factor for both players. Heathnoff still with 2 characters, Renard with just Jean Grey. Going to block, there's a graphical thing that comes up when Venom is on the same team as MC1 Dante right now, but it looks like there will be a dead Cyclops, and now all up to the MC1 Dante versus Jean Grey. Gets the hit, but does not get the confirm. This is looking very possible for either player. Heathnoff eager to invest Meter to just not deal with any more Jean than he has to, throwing out these round harvests, then playing with Chip. Good stuff. Now all the resources are gone, and Renard's patience is paid off for weathering that storm. Is just kill Renard. Just go into orb right now. Don't make this combo harder than it needs to be. Renard making the combo harder than it needs to be, then taking the first game over Heathnoff. That is a scary first game to take. Very nice work to Renard. Incredibly scary, but Renard showing that there's a reason that they are also in this Learner's Finals and gets the confirm on Venom immediately with the zip. There is a reason that I think that Spider-Gwen is one of the strongest point characters in the palette swaps, but it doesn't matter how strong you are when you get caught by Heath's Venom, unless he drops it. Heath may be having some connection challenges. He's more drops from him than I normally do, and Renard able to be clutch, taking advantage of those situations. Down to a pixel. Is going to lose Spider-Gwen, but keeps meter and has an opportunity to get Jean Grey in safely, which is pretty useful. Wolverine Laura getting hit there, and does he use X Factor? No, Renard was being too respectful, assuming the X Factor was coming, and with that, Jean Grey is going to have her X Factor time run out, and the same with her life. And with that, it looks like the end of Jean. Is it going to be 1 bar, 2 bar? Oh, she gets another opportunity to play. And make sure not to invest any resources. Now it is all up to Wolverine Laura. It's swinging, but it looks like Heathnoff is ready this time. And will tie it up 1-1 against Renard in a quick second game of this Learner's Final set. And it's like Heathnoff very eager to use that jumping heavy, and the 6H is all that he needs this to potential victory. The hit on Spider-Gwen, gets the knockdown in the corner. Going to see if this is going to be enough. Has the OTG plus assist, the well-oiled machine, and how he takes care of these situations, but not quite. And because of that, Renard gets the hit and the happy birthday. Dropping 1 character but adjusting to make sure that he still gets Venom, is going to be able to kill off with just 1 Shockwave DHC here, I think. And that leaves Renard at an advantage going into this matchup against Cyclops and Dante. I don't actually understand why Optic Sweep her there. If Tabs is in chat, please let me know. Because I feel like her defensive orb should have protected, but I must be confused. Renard here getting that confirmed. This is going to actually the end of DMC1 Dante, building up all that meter, and the DHC back into Spider-Gwen. It's looking good for Renard, but we know that Heathnoff is able to do so much work with Cyclops. Has practice with this character, is good at zoning, is good at taking all kinds of advantage, and Renard gets the hit, X Factors, and goes into the next rep. Will he be able to kill? Misses the next OTG, and the OTG after throw from Cyclops is going to be enough. Kills off Spider-Gwen, has X Factor available, and gets to this range he wants to fight from. X Factor here is going to be a little bit scary to deal with. Looks like Jean is going to not die, and gets the hit afterwards. Will Renard be able to kill here? This is a situation where he doesn't have a good DHC available, but he does have the Shockwave loops. There's 1, doesn't go for another, just makes tries to keep things safe, but you cannot leave with the Cyclops alive. Trigger activated, she gets the block there. You are not fast enough for that Cyclops. But level 3 is available for Psych, so if he gets the hit, he will be able to kill here. Oh, scary buttons by both of them with the Crouch M just within ranges. Looks like there's patience going on, and he gets the hit, activates the level 3. Is this going to kill? It kills, and Heathnoff squeaks out that game against Renard, going up 2-1. It is true, the dreams did not die, Golden Nut. But starting with an air throw is one of the ways that Heathnoff kills dreams for many people. Let's see if Spider-Gwen is going to make it through this, or if she is going to be added to the pile of death by Venom. All of the characters on Renard's team are very low health. Fetus, I think they're all 850 or under. Laura may be more than that, but they're all pretty squishy characters. So this time, keeping momentum right at the beginning. Has been getting a lot of these air H hits that are not quite confirming. Maybe is crossing himself off on inputs. MHP is X23? Okay. She's an 825. I knew that she felt squishy when I hit her, but I wasn't sure if it's closer to Wolverine or was at the base level. Oh, and Jean has been incredibly threatening, but Heathnoff is just so clutch in these scary situations. Looks like Jean is going to die. Tab's pointing out that the base game devs thought that Zero required more health than X23. That is how balance works in Capcom. Oh, and the 6H hitting on the backside and giving him a perfect confirm to kill the character. Even though I think mostly Venom is fine, I think that 6H is one of the things that it is fortunate that it is a known problem, because Cali Kings and Tabs working to figure out how to make these characters fun to interact with and do cool things. And DHC's into the beam, so good with that, is going to go up 3-1 over Renard and take the learner's final set. Great stuff to both players. I am going to hop off in order to play against Heathnoff in Grand Finals. You can have fun, Heath.
Real life stuff hit. A lot of events. I had to travel a lot for work, helping MT Sugar's business grow. So, yeah, thank you for the patience, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the tournaments being back. Anyways, Heathnoff coming from a loser's bracket versus Isisera. She has not lost a set yet. See how this goes. Venom doing some work right now. Very nice. Can you guys hear me, by the way? I think you can, right? Okay, yes. I see the mic going through on OBS. Alright, Venom Fang, the full confirmation. I think I hear Senor Hamon joining me on the mic.
I am confirmation here.
Yes. Hey, what's up, my friend? Welcome to the commentary booth.
Hello, my fellow friend. Hello, Wello chat. We're here in the grand finals. Heath doing the ducks and the traps, but unfortunately, Isisera just stuffing these Venoms out. Doesn't have those web zips to traverse quite yet. Has to do it the old school way. Nice air throw, and was able to dodge those Doom missiles. I mean, the Chun missiles.
Yeah, funny that you said that, because Venom, we were actually playtesting him last night. I think you were there too. Yeah, definitely were. Those web zips were actually pretty flames. I really enjoyed seeing him with that specific interaction. I'm also very excited for Kelly King's Capcom coming out soon. With the goons.
Yes. The Goon Squad, I'm definitely super excited. Just like I'm excited that Isisera's getting these spectacular hits on Venom. Gonna need another bar to kill. Yeah, easy peasy. Doesn't have the super Hadoken animation yet, but cleaned it up nicely. Oh, trying to fall with an S, but Isisera was ready and decided to just X Factor to get rid of the Scott Summers. Not a fan of you or your lovely wife Jean. Oh, and Cyclops easily. Switches back to Kyra Marvel, goes binary. Nope. Oh, gets crossed for the troubles, but Heath doesn't follow it up. Doesn't matter. Still gets the low X Factors, immediately deletes her. Now it's just up to the Shadow Lady. Can get past the projectiles. Heath just backing off as per usual with the zones. Goes eventually with the Stinger. Isisera has the Stinger ready. Volcano's nice low from Isisera. Easy peasy from Shadow Lady. Because it confirms no, was not able to dash in enough fast enough. Oh, shoots to get Isisera to back off, throw a little chip, double stingers into the round trip.
It's because Venom and DMC1 Dante are on the screen, so that was a weird interaction with the round trip there. It turns into a small orb.
Oh,
if I recall correctly, I think that's the reason why it looked like an orb there. Yeah, very nice from Isisera, taking the first game very clean. That Shadow Lady definitely is going to get some major tuning in the next patch, if I remember correctly.
ooh, nice.
Along with the new animations too that Tabs has been fixing for all his characters.
Has Symbiote Sword, the King in Black install for Venom, nice. No, I'm just kidding. But oh, nice Gamma charges from Orange Folk, Rashid 2.0.
Oh my goodness.
Jump to the sky, and oh, Heath wasn't blocking, got crossed up from the meter.
I'm not sure what he was actually trying to do there. Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
But luckily Heath caught Orange Folk lacking, and those next confirms with Cyclops. We possibly get a DP follow-up right here? No, just goes for the DHC. I'm just getting orbed around it. Isisera just cool, hanging back. Waits. Oh, Captain Marvel took a big ol' smack of a hit. Keep trying to approach with some lows.
Okay.
The null install. See, Shogun knows.
Even locked in the corner, tries to go for the command grab setup there.
Did a tad too early, but I started just an unrelenting pressure. Almost got a heavy breath for both characters, but wasn't able to follow it up. Did not believe. Tries to go for just an air H in the ground, and Heath immediately to the back, wave dashing. Oh, is this Sarah able to get both? And yes, happy birthday. Just gonna be able to pick this up. Level 3 in your face. Get out of here.
No needs for X Factor too. Save it for the next game. You know, sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes you don't even need to use it at all. Potentially, match point for Isisera right now. Heathnoff's got to make something happen to stay in the game. And Isisera gets the first hit with its Orange Hulk. This Orange Hulk has been doing massive work, by the way. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but look at these combos. Holy moly.
Looking like KBR out here. But instead it's Sarah. I'm not good at this.
The
Nice
Gamma charge to dodge the beam into the full confirmation. So smart by Isisera.
Now Heath has to rush, go for some kind of command throw setup. Isisera's definitely taking advantage with those ground bounce charge stars, and immediately just punishes. Had to just wait for the moment, almost went for it again. Gonna punch the was about to punish Dante, but instead just got the Gamma Waves. Gonna punish Psych Trade. No, goes into binary. It's not even blocking time, but no matter. And does Captain Marvel? Yeah, Captain Marvel does lose house in this mode, but doesn't matter. Got the hit on Venom. Nice blitzes. Oh, the Venom bite barely missed. Hit it with the bear. Oh, nice low. And he taking notes from Isera.
Alright, this is a very tough hill to climb right now for Heathnoff. Oh, gets the team super though. Okay, going to get a confirm off this. No, drops the combo. Very unfortunate. Oh, but just raw launches for his trouble. Now he gets the Captain Marvel out. Very nice. Set up the trap. Oh, he gets caught in the trap.
Didn't last long enough though, and he popped out swinging. Ooh, nice clap stayed. And yeah, Heath was definitely a little bit scared. Went for the grab, did not follow it up with anything. Went for the low and is gonna get punished for this unless no.
No X Factor for the kill.
Closing in, applying the pressure, has 2 bars of meter, and X Factor can totally just chip out Cyclops if choosing. Oh, Heath has to be a little query. Oh, I believe I started caught pushing the button, had to X Factor to save the character. Did not want to give any kind of lead whatsoever to Heath. Just takes all this almost would-be chip, took a bit of damage but didn't hit. Heath backing off, jump forward, is he blocking, jumped over it, tried off the blast, got caught by the tip, and is gonna get damage, rolled forward. The X Factor gave Orange Hulk the time. Whoa!
Why did he slip and slide there? That was kind of crazy. Never seen that interaction before.
Zoomed across the screen, got a case of the zoomies. Oh, and yeah, I started just going forward with the good old waves, trying to make it happen. And yeah, I started going for another low for Orange Hulk. 30 seconds on the clock, got the throw. He could possibly make this happen to at least just get both characters with the low lead. Just has to hit Orange Hulk, then get a snap. Has to get a throw. I got out of the corner. It's gonna be
no.
It's falling age, and
Yep, that's it. Yep. Congrats to Isisera, clean 3-0 with Orange Hulk, the first tournament